Isn't it annoying when you put in that surefire guaranteed to win bet on PrizePicks and somehow it magically loses? Well, hey, I got the perfect answer for you in this video, and I have the reason not only for you losing, but the reason that the books like PrizePicks win consistently. And in this video, I'll be showing you how to mathematically beat PrizePicks consistently and win against them on a consistent basis. Gain a true edge. Now, before we get into the strategy, let's talk about what PrizePicks is so you understand how this strategy can work for you. Now, PrizePicks is a daily fantasy app. It's not a full-fledged sports book like your Fanduel or your DraftKings. It's daily fantasy. So in daily fantasy, for PrizePicks specifically, they're giving out player props, right? So you're betting on an individual player to perform something specific within that player's performance, right? Now, how does this differ from a sports book like a Fanduel or DraftKings? They can give out spreads, money lines, etc. One of the things that you should know about PrizePicks is that on PrizePicks specifically, they cannot offer any straight bets. You have to put at least 2 player props in to win. So that's already where they're getting you, because the best bet in sports betting is a straight bet. You have the best chance to win with straight bets consistently, long term, and make a profit that way. But let's focus on PrizePicks and how they can win and beat you consistently over and over again, and it just boggles your mind on how can this happen. It used to happen to me, which is why I'm telling you, because I don't want it to continue happening to you. So one of the things you want to notice, a key difference between PrizePicks and a full-fledged sports book like a Fanduel, for example. We'll use Fanduel as an example throughout this video. This is one of the most popular sports book. Is on PrizePicks, you will notice that every individual player prop shows you their last 5 performance, right? Their last 5, which is very important. PrizePicks tries to act like this is a key indicator in how this performance in this upcoming game will go. But you should understand, past performance is not indicative of future results. Very important. Well, on FanDuel, you can see that they don't offer a last 5 because of what I just said. Past performance is not indicative of future results. On FanDuel, they offer you only the odds. What are the odds of this prop to hit? What are the odds of this prop to cash, right? Now, what are odds? Odds are how likely or unlikely it is to happen, right? So if you have negative, that means it's favored this much to happen. So let's just say it's negative 120. Then not that much of a favorite, but it's favored slightly. Let's say it's negative 500. Then that's a heavy favorite. And then same thing on the other side. Let's say you have plus 120 odds. Slightly unlikely to happen. And then let's say you have plus 500 odds. Unlikely to happen, right? Now, on PrizePicks, they do not offer these odds. On PrizePicks, a negative 150 or a plus 150 prop is measured at minus 115. That number is very important. Minus 115. That's the odds of every single prop on PrizePicks. That's the odd value that you get. Minus 115. Now, that can be a good thing or that can be a bad thing for you. Why? They could be a very good thing if you are taking a heavily favored prop like a minus 200 or a minus 185. They usually won't have anything over 170, 180 on PrizePicks, but let's just say one day you get lucky, you get something before it bumps or it moves or disappears off the board because everybody's hammering that and you play it. Well, that minus 170 or minus 175, you're getting that at minus 115, which is great. That is secured value for you. That means a prop that is likely to happen is being measured for you specifically in your bet like it's not that unlikely to happen. So even though it's likely to happen, your bet is saying it's not likely to happen, higher payout for you, which is a good thing. Now, let's see how it can be a bad thing. Now, let's just say you take a prop that is plus 150 odds to hit, and you get that at a minus 115 value on PrizePicks. Well, that's not so good for you, right? Because you could have made way more money had you played that plus 150 and it hit versus you playing the minus 115 and it hits or wins, right? So this is how PrizePicks gets you, man. So how do you solve this problem? Well, for my critical thinkers out there, you're already seeing a solution. Any prop you play on PrizePicks, you should be comparing and figuring out what that prop's odds are on a traditional sports book like a Fanduel. Before you play the prop, go and see what the odds are. If I am playing a prop, I do not want to play a prop that is plus anything on PrizePicks because it means it's unlikely to hit. Why would I play that on PrizePicks when I could play it on the sports book if that's legal in your state and I could get better value for the risk I'm taking? So what you want to do is you want to look at the prop on PrizePicks. If you like it before playing it or putting it in your parlay, go to Fanduel and look at the odd value of the prop. Even if it's not legal in your state sportsbooks, you still should be able to look up the odds at least, right? Look up the odds. You can't play it on a Fanduel, but you should be able to at least see the odds. So for example, right now it's baseball season. One of the most popular players in baseball right now is Shohei Ohtani. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Well, Ohtani, he'll have like a prop on any given day for, 1.5 total bases, for example. On PrizePicks, his 1.5 total bases is, again, minus 115. Every prop on PrizePicks is minus 115. If I wanted to play that prop, I should first go to FanDuel, look for Shohei Ohtani, and say, hey, is he favored? Does he have more likely odds than minus 115 to go over 1.5 total bases? If he does, great. Then you want to play that prop because you're getting value for it on PrizePicks. If it's not better than 115, like let's just say it's plus 100 or plus anything, or even like minus 105, that's not better than minus 115, then you want to stay away from that prop because that prop isn't giving you any value to play it on PrizePicks when the sportsbook is telling you otherwise. Now, with all this being said, this is not financial advice by any means necessary. I am not a financial advisor. I am just giving you my insight on the things I've learned and the bumps in the road that I've successfully overcame so that you don't have to kind of go down that same path. You can kind of skip some steps. Now, is this the only way I make my picks personally? Absolutely not, right? I do a lot of research. A lot goes into this as this is my livelihood. But this is an easy way you can use to start winning more on PrizePicks and stop, one, just losing, but two, also not knowing why you are losing. You are probably losing because you are not taking props that is in your favor.
I love the game. I love the hustle, man.